Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Lifestyles with Eric. Hey, what's going on? It's Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. We got a special guest with us tonight. I'd like to call him Uncle Jesse, but his name is David. And whatever you want to go by, we'll definitely call you that when you're on the show with us, man. What
As
do you
long as you
feel
don't call me
comfortable
back
with?
late, but as long as you don't call me late by dinner, I don't care what you call me.
All right. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna go with Uncle Jesse, man. Or
Well, hey, when I came on social media, I was retired papa, and I
okay.
came on with a MAGA red hat on, torn up, old beat up MAGA red hat because I'd had it for a long time, and
Uh-huh.
everybody said I looked like Uncle Jesse from the Dukes of Hazzard, and so I changed my name to Uncle Jesse, and that's where I've been now, 3 or 4 years into it,
That's
or
what's
two
up, man.
years
Hey,
into it. I
Kenyatta,
don't
how
know
are
how
you?
long I've been doing it.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you coming live with us tonight, man. And we'd love to have you a part of Lifestyles family every now and then, whenever you get a chance. We definitely love to have you a part of our family, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm very honored to be here. I've watched some of your videos, some of your content, and we share a lot of some of the same views. And I
Absolutely.
think we have some of the difference of opinions in the right places too. That I think are going to keep us real interesting to be a fun enough odd couple to talk to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I use. Yes, sir. Sorry, my son's
Now you
cooking
good.
dinner. Life
Okay.
is happening.
And everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that like, please. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you a part of the family. So tune on in. We do lives, we do cooking videos, we do everything. We talk about everything, and we're always looking for people to reach out and give us your comments and whatever whatever show idea you may have. Let us know. Let us know about it. We may have you on the show. But hey, Jesse, why don't you give us a little bit of insight about you a little bit, explain a little bit about yourself, and we can move forward.
So uh, I go by Uncle Jesse, guys. I've been on social media for a little while. I do have a few medical things that I need to let y'all be aware of. So if they do happen, I have a cool little party trick, a condition called cough syncope. So
Okay.
if I cough really hard, if I laugh really hard, or if I laugh and cough, I'm going to take a little brief pass out break.
Okay.
If I sneeze, it's an instant. If I sneeze, third sneeze, instant break.
Okay.
Um, Anybody that ever, if you want to know what I experienced, if you ever played the elevator game growing up where you squat down, take a bunch of breaths and 20 breaths, and you stand up, hold the last breath, and have someone squeeze you with your arms wrapped up across your chest like that, and it makes you pass out.
Uh-huh.
That's what it makes me do every single time. They just can't figure out why it's making me do it. And we've been doing chasing it for a little over 3 years now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
don't be alarmed. Please don't call them. I wake up. Yeah, I'm normally out for 5 to 10, I think, maybe 15 seconds. Hey, Eric, you will have to remind me sometimes what we're talking about
Okay.
because
Okay.
I come back. Sometimes I come back just as blank as that white chalk, that chalkboard that we used to grow up, have to go clean up when we were bad.
Right. Okay. No problem, Jesse. Thank you for explaining your situation. We're definitely not discriminatory of that, and it's all good. We all have our issues. So it is what it is. We gonna make it. We are gonna make it.
So, your backdrop.
Uh-huh.
Is your backdrop? Is that the city of Indianapolis?
No,
It
no.
kind of looks like downtown Indy there to the left.
You know what I see at the bottom? I see the Fullerton Bay Hotel. So that may be on the West Coast
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
because I
Fullerton
see
Bay.
water. I mean, I love it. I love the city
Oh, I
look.
love the way it looks.
Yeah, I like the city look. Yeah,
Oh, I
absolutely.
love now. What I really like is oh, it's up there. I can't remember. It's up there in Chicago.
The
Ferris
pier,
wheels out on it. Yeah, the pier.
the pier, Navy
The
Pier. Yeah,
pier.
Yeah.
The Navy Pier up there in
Nice.
the evenings, in the
Yeah.
fall, or in the early spring or the early fall, before it gets really cold or before it
Uh-huh.
gets really hot, you can't take your loved ones up there and go enjoy the view. Be packing because it's dangerous as fuck around them
I
parts
know
these days.
it. You're right. You're
Have your
absolutely right.
arm with your loved one, with your phone looking over your shoulder, with your hand on your piece, going, "Yeah, honey, I
Period.
love you to death," and be looking over your shoulder, going, "Yeah, yeah, try it." No,
Exactly. Exactly. So everybody, you see the title, Conspiracies or Facts. At least 12 I'm sorry, at least 12 scientists have been found or missing. Something's going on. That's what I'm going to say right now. Something is definitely going on. So 12 scientists missing or dead. I'm seeing on unalived. I'm sorry. What in the hell is really going on? Um, it's something happening right now, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. I don't know if it's the disclosure thing, the alien stuff. One of the scientists said, I think one of the scientists that is missing, it's a lady. She had said something about, this is really weird, Jesse. Now, she said that what we've been seeing are our future us. She said that they were 45,000 years ahead of us. This is one of the scientists that's something with the jet propulsion stuff.
is that Amy Estridge?
Maybe she was talking. She said they were
But the reason
following
why
her.
is she's linked to the nuclear research.
Is that the one that they were following? She said they were following her and her boyfriend, breaking in her house, all kinds of weird shit.
I'm looking at her I'm looking her up right now, but she's one of the. There's only two in the top 10 or the 10 that they've been talking about. It's two that are. Well, no, she's the only female I see. No, there's a Monica missing aerospace engineer at NASA. So keep talking about her. I'm gonna keep looking for her and figure out
Okay,
which one it
so
is because I know I've heard which one you're talking about. Where they're following her around, and she said that if she talked about it publicly, she was going to come up missing.
there you go. So
Where's she at?
yeah, where's she at? What's going on, Ace? Thanks for coming in, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. So I'll name off a few. I'm gonna name off a few of the ones that are missing and what they were doing. So we got William Neil McCaslin, retired Air Force general, specializing in aerospace research. Okay. Then you got Stephen Garcia, government contractor with security clearance, missing since August 2025, Albuquerque. Melissa.
Wait, he's been missing recently.
Right. Yeah. Melissa Casillas, Los Alamos, where Bob Lazar, hey, George, where Bob Lazar was, always talking about. We've got.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
We've got Anthony Chavez, retired construction foreman for Los Alamos, missing since 2025. You got Monica Jacinto Riza, NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory engineer, deceased. Amy Estridge. Did you say Amy, Jesse?
No.
Okay, so Amy Estridge.
Yes. I did say Amy Estridge because she worked in sensitive research area and she worked linked to nuclear research.
Yeah.
When did she come up missing?
I'm not even going to name all of them, but all of them astrophysicists. All of them have similar backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? You got 12.
Yeah, that's
12 missing scientists.
That's what I was looking at. They're all people that help us learn how to grow our food better.
All of that.
Build our houses better.
Wait, I got a question.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear? Bob Lazar, that was the guy that wasn't he's the the guy that worked at Area 51?
Yeah, Los Alamos, Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51. And they tried to say he didn't exist at all for years.
But
he was the one that came up. He discovered a new element that they was the scientists were having a hard time trying to figure out, and he discovered it. And he was talking about how at Area 51 they compartmentalized all of the alien technology, so everybody wouldn't have complete information or knowledge about each section that they were working on. So like you'd be working on one thing of an alien craft, or you'd be working on some other technology, like what he was explaining, magnetism and how levitation and all this stuff and fiber optics was all throughout this alien craft, and they was giving them bits and pieces. And they tried to say that Bob Lazar never attended. I think he went, I forget what university he went to. They tried to proclaim that he never worked there and everything. I remember Bob Lazar,
Well, the one thing that they couldn't take back is he kept his ID. And that he kept, he kept his ID. So that they can't deny that. But I will say this, I'm gonna go ahead and rent. You know, they got a movie about him that they just did with AI, and he said it's spot on, and I think it's on Prime.
Oh yeah, you know he had invented. He had created it was some kind of alternative power system that he was put on the back of this bicycle or like a mini bike or something like that.
He sure
did. I can't remember what it was called now, but I see it and I see the device that he made.
Right.
And they made a big deal about it because it was endless energy. It was a constant propulsion. It made itself make its own damn energy.
Make its own energy. Yeah. They was after Bob Lazar for a long time because he was going around doing stuff on Joe Rogan podcast a few times.
He's been doing recent stuff. He's been doing recent. I mean, like he's been on somebody's podcast at least once a week. He's here lately. Yeah,
he was the first one that was talking about the they was talking about the this part of Las Vegas airport where they had those airplanes that came up and it didn't have a number on the back of the jet, on the back of the planes, and they were leaving
drones.
No, the airplanes like 720. They were leaving out of Las Vegas airport with no tail number on them, and they would leave out of Las Vegas and they would fly straight to Area 51, and they also had a bus that they took out there. And he said when he came home, he said he came home, he couldn't discuss anything with his wife. It was a bunch of crazy stuff. I think he said his phone lines at his house was being bugged and tapped. It was crazy, man, the stuff that he was explaining. I was amazed that he made it this long. I was really amazed that Bob Lazar made it that long.
Probably because he's so public and he's made himself so public. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, everybody makes fun about all the stuff Eric Snowden said too about being a conspiracy theorist, and he blow the whistles. But I spent 25 years in the telecommunication industry, building it underground and climbing the towers and building the networks. I sat atop a T-Mobile wireless division within T-Mobile, set aside their wireless in-building division. They know everything you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
All of them. Ever since the smartphone came out and the smart TV came out, they've been watching and listening. And don't think that they're not. Don't think that you have any private conversations. The only way you have a private conversation is don't have any technology in your house.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, somebody be listening to everything you're talking about.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Remember what they did in what the Israelis did to in Palestine with their cell phone technology, when those cell phones was blowing up and they knew exactly who to set the triggers off on the phones and make them blow up.
Yep.
That's the stuff that Snowden was talking about. They can hear every conversation and do anything to your cell phone if they want to do.
What's going on, J Hood 72? What's going down? Thanks for coming in. Make sure you thumbs up. Thank you. Thanks for coming
So
in.
Now, here's the thing. I wonder if they tried to send in somebody on a black ops operation to try to take care of Edward Snowden, even though he's in Russia right now.
You know that.
That's my next biggest worry.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they haven't. We just went out.
Yeah, because I haven't heard anything from Snowden.
We just went. I mean, not Vladimir Putin.
They could get him if they wanted to, George.
What's that guy's name?
Well, they said
the guy that went Nana Boo Boo.
He's
Come
not
get
a
me.
threat.
You can't Nana Boo Boo. You can't get me. And then Trump went up and said, "Excuse me, knock knock. Hello.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on home with me?"
Exactly.
I can't remember his name. From Venezuela, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the president, and that was an illegal act because they've never had a president snatched from a sovereign nation before. You're talking about to take over Chavez's place. He was.
I don't want to veer off topic, though, G. I don't want to veer off to politics, man.
No, but it all has to do with the same stuff with technology. It's all in the same. It's all in the same umbrella.
It's all tied together.
They don't want us to know what they got. Is the bottom line, right?
The scientists missing, the stuff in Iran, the stuff in Ukraine, Jeffrey Epstein.
It's all connected.
The Clintons.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
The ISIS's, the Ayatollahs, all of it. Where's, in my opinion, right now, what we're seeing is the change in balance of world order, and the ones who have it are trying desperately to hold on to it, and the ones that are, and I don't know exactly who all the new people are that are grasping onto it. I'm not one of them, so I'm not privy to see all of them. But all the ones who are look at that new BOP, Board of Peace. If you're not familiar with that, look at the Board of Peace. Look it up. Understand it. I think with these scientists going missing, with what's going on in Iran, with this new proposed Board of Peace, and look who's on board, look who's abstained, look who's the meeting that they've already had, look who were the observers, look who the ones that said, fuck you already, we're not having anything to do with it. Look at the balance of power that's changing, and look who is screaming the loudest, that's scared more now than they ever been. And Eric, I know you're close to my age, and G, you look like you're about maybe 15, 20 years younger than me. I'm 54.
I wish.
He's older than both
my
of us,
age.
Jay.
I'm older than both of y'all.
All right, you got a good camera angle then. Good camera angle.
Tell him you just shaved, G. Tell him you just shaved.
Oh, he just shaved.
I just shaved. I shaved all the ugly off of myself this morning.
Mama told me to quit trying years ago.
You know what? I watched it.
So,
oh my goodness, boy.
Okay,
woo, that's a good one.
Okay, so hey guys. So what about this? So what about the what I was already telling you about earlier, G, and you, Jesse? So what about the scientist that we all know his face that was on Ancient Aliens, that has been speaking about all sorts of stuff? And back in 2012 or 2011, he said that if he spoke about something specific, that he would be probably unalive.
Oh, yeah.
And he put it in his book anyway.
See, I thought, wait a minute, you're not talking about the German guy, man. Is he German or is he from
No, he's not German. No,
he's American.
You ain't talking about the guy that wrote the book Chariots of the Gods, or you
Nah, I had to send you a picture of his face. Damn it.
Because I was thinking actually, I was thinking about the guy named Giorgio that's on there with the hair that goes up.
Not him.
The moose hair.
Not him. Let me see.
Don Vonnegut. That's what I'm thinking about. Eric Don Vonnegut. That's the one who wrote the Chariots of the Gods. If I'm correct.
Oh no, that guy's. I'd like to have been able to sit down with him for about 20 minutes and picked his brain a little while. Eric.
Yeah.
G, the guy you're talking about that wrote Chariots.
Yeah, Von Donigan. Yeah.
I'd like to have been able to sit down with him for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, because that was a hot book back in the.
Hand of him. I do what?
He wrote a really hot book back in the late 70s, early 80s, or something like that. The Chariots of the Gods, about it when he talked about ancient astronauts and the building of the pyramids and all the ancient foundations and buildings around the world.
He stirred up the religious community greatly. His book, I think he wrote in the late 70s, and it pissed people off in the late 80s in the religious community.
His name is David Wilcox.
David Wilcox.
David Wilcox. Well, did he have blonde colored hair?
Can you see that?
Hold on, let me put my Fred Sanfords on real quick. Hold on. Put him a little bit closer.
Yeah,
I don't remember him.
You don't remember him? David Wilcox?
Yeah, I don't remember him on Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, he was always on there.
I have to check him out and see.
Yeah.
So, in his last interview, he was talking about being killed and the scientists that were, he knew.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
He's dead?
Yeah. He didn't commit suicide.
How was he unalived?
They found him.
They said he killed himself, but that man didn't. He didn't know.
He didn't kill himself.
Wait, he was our age.
He didn't kill himself. He was born in 71. I think 71. Yeah.
So how did they say
he was actually born in 72? He was 19. He was born. It said he died. He unalived at 53. So this is just 10 hours ago. 4 hours ago. David Wilcox just passed away.
So I want you to hear what he said. I want you to listen to this story. And this is the story he said that I think that got him killed. Shit. Hold on. Okay.
Shit gets us killed every day. No.
Can you hear this?
My insider, Jacob, I call him that in the book, who actually was working for the Rothschilds and still does, and also is a whistleblower who doesn't really do what they want, but continues to work for them because he feels like there's some very serious extraterrestrial threats to Earth and that what they're doing is very necessary to protect us. So the story goes that in the 1960s, there was a black man in Africa who came in with abilities complementary to those of Jesus. And
no, that's not what I had on this morning.
Performing miracles, he was.
Did you hear back from your doctor on anything yet?
And the cabal.
Did you hear back from the doctor on anything yet?
And,
no.
They could shoot him in the head, and his skull would just regenerate, and the flesh would. Back.
There's burgers ready if you want to go eat. He's cooking the last of them right now.
So, the crazy story that I heard, and remember, I was told at the time that if I disclosed this, that I would be killed, and I ended up putting it in the book anyway.
It is.
The story was that this guy, they finally said, okay, we're going to bring you to the United Nations and share your message with the world. Let's get you on this flight. They bring him on this flight, and instead of bringing him to the United Nations, they shot him repeatedly, and then actually had some kind of meat grinder device, and basically like a bandsaw, I guess, and sawed up his body into a whole bunch of pieces, put him in these very like radioactive shielded containers, and then had all these fighter jets dock with the plane and fly his body parts to all corners of the world, where then these containers turned him into ash. And they thought that maybe this would defeat him, like that his body somehow, the tissue was necessary. So if they destroyed all the tissue in all these places across the world, maybe they could defeat him. Well, he then regenerated in their offices and was fully fine, fully intact. But the sad part is that he said, you guys so badly do not want me to be here that I am not going to be able to do any more. You're going to get what you want, but bear in mind that in the future, many others like me will be coming, and when they do, you will not be able to stop us.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's what the scientist said that they just found. He said if he said something about just that, he'd be killed or unalived. I'm sorry. But hey, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of them that know different things. And wow, I wish I could find out what they really knew. I really do. Because I'm interested. I definitely want to know what's going on.
Oh, I really want to know what they.
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead, G.
The United States of America was what they considered. Remember, they was looking for the 1300s, 1500s. They was looking for the city of gold called El Dorado, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That was here in the United States.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What you call the Grand, yeah, what we known as the Grand Canyon, or black areas, according to what I've been hearing, that you cannot even take a mule down, take a canoe down. You can't fly any planes over because there's ancient artifacts that are related to the Egyptians down in the Grand Canyon area.
Yeah.
So
and you can't fly over because of that?
Yeah, the Smithsonian.
No, you can't fly over a certain area. Yeah, it's blacked out. You can't even get close to it.
You
it's just
you can't even hike. You can't
even walk down there.
Certain areas of the Grand Canyon because of that.
Yeah, you can't do it. So what he's saying, it makes a lot of sense that you think when we're talking about ancient history and beings from other civilizations or that was here, what I'm understanding, probably tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, and this is not the first reset of civilization.
Right.
Mankind has been reset and civilization has been recreated many times over.
Right.
So when you're talking about ancient civilizations, there's those kind of technologies like levitation, the ability to move heavy stones with sound waves or magnetism. Remember, what's the guy that was down in Florida that had the city? He built a house and moved all the heavy rocks with levitation.
Well, hold on.
When you talk about stuff like that,
what Terrence Howard?
Yeah, Terrence Howard talked about. Yeah.
Terrence Howard talks about. It's just it's a design that it can lift stuff. It's I can't explain it, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
You can channel different frequencies. Like all the diseases we have on Earth right now, AIDS, you name it, cancers, all that stuff can be cured. And if those scientists have linked into anything like that, you think about how many different industries do not want those people to have that technology and let it out. So you think something like the pharmaceutical, no money in the cure. So if you take a scientist and scientists have been allegedly taken out by the government or some unknown agency through a black ops operation, you think about if Lilly's Pharmaceutical, if we knew that plants that are growing around us right now could heal us without having to go buy a pill, you don't want that kind of information. Like you said, there's no cure, there's no money in the cure.
Well, if you have the ability, that would kill part of Eric's town up there where Eli Lilly's huge up there. I can't remember the name of the damn road. That's southeast of Indianapolis, where Eli Lilly's Mecca capital is.
On Harding,
yeah.
South Harding.
South Harding, yeah. There. I used to live down there, not far from there.
Yeah. No, so any pharmaceutical company, no pharmaceutical company wants anything to come out because, of course, that'll make their profits go down. So we all know that there's a cure for everything. Period. And
even if they have new tech, let's say we found a new technology where you don't have to use you can use a magnetic levitation in order to move your cars around the city without having to use fossil fuels. If those scientists came up with an idea for that, then yeah, you got to take them out, because just think if one scientist gets out there and says, hey man, we could create a new car. You don't need no gas. You don't have to plug it into an EV. You have a way to connect the positive and negative magnets and get a way of propulsion.
Well, the African
that's what Bob Lazar was talking about.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just messed up, man, that all of these talented scientists You know, they go to school, they grow up wanting to do something and be something. They join something and be a part of something, and then it's over because they know too much. I mean, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up because, you know, I'm sure they didn't join these organizations or join these or go to school to learn how to do these things to be missing or to be committing suicide. And we know that's probably not true.
Wasn't it? Yeah. You know. The Hillary list. Oh, I'm sorry. The Hillary list.
Yeah.
Wasn't it in the 50s or the 60s? The Hudson. Was it the Hudson or the I can't. That was the Hudson, the car that was built that was getting like 80 to 90 miles a gallon,
and they didn't want it to be.
It never went to production because they killed the guy and buried it.
Probably. Yeah. Well, that's what happened to all the water. The people, everybody that comes out with an invention about hydra. You know, what's
I know what you're talking about. The hydra,
with water or whatever.
Hydraulic propulsion systems.
I'm talking about for a car. They always end up gone every single time because they can run a car without any gasoline. So you know who does that.
Well, it's the thing that makes me wonder about it is they end up unaliving here and in the first world countries. But we have people in third world countries who are still purifying water with next to nothing. They're taking our first world byproducts and our first world waste. Our first world, you know, we throw away so much good stuff that's reusable on a daily base. As a first world, we're so wasteful.
Thank you for that comment.
We have all these scientists that are doing this great stuff to try and destroy and control the world. Why can't we have more of them doing what they're doing in the third world countries and the second and third world countries where they're using it just to try and survive?
Right.
Yeah.
Why can't
that's a good point.
Why can't we get the people in Ethiopia to learn that shit don't grow in the sand? Move to the dirt. I'm sorry, I've been saying that since I was a kid.
There's two people that I'm worried about right now on this planet. I can't think of both of them. One's in America here, and there's another one that's in I can't think what country he is in the continent of Africa. But the one that's here, I don't know if it really works or if it's a thing or if it's just a phenomenon or whatever. But allegedly he's taking old plastics and he's called it plastic lean. And he's making.
I'm worried about. I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, he had to get security.
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
He had to get security.
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
Yeah.
And then there's another kid that's over in one of the African nations. He was able to take.
He's in Uganda.
Where he took he used the water, made the nets and everything, and captured the dew off in the morning, and made a source of water for these small countries.
Okay, but what about? Okay, I got one more for you. What about the man in Africa that has invented a vehicle that runs on radio waves and it always charges as long as you got a radio in your car, and they're mass producing those cars now. And they tried to kill him over here in the United States. He came over here for a meeting and they killed unalived his friend, and they poisoned him, the car industry, whoever he met with, and he went back to Africa, and they're keeping him under close watch. So he's mass producing these vehicles now. The car runs on complete radio waves. That's it. It just keeps on charging over and over again. As long as you got a radio, it runs on radio waves.
I'll tell you who you haven't heard from, and I bet both of y'all know who I'm talking about. Remember was it after COVID? There was a water shortage, and there was a guy that was creating
the black guy,
the big machines about the size of a truck, black guy, and he was making fresh water out of the air.
Well, he did that in Michigan for the Michigan people, and they destroyed the machine. Somebody sabotaged.
They destroyed the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never heard from him again after that.
Yeah.
No, you sure?
He said he was giving the technology to the military so they could use it, but I never heard it from that guy again.
And he's military. He was ex-military.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time. I haven't seen nothing about him.
Yeah, that's sad.
If they can't weaponize it or make money off of it, they destroy it and make the people disappear from that.
And he was giving free water. That's the reason why.
Free water.
Free.
Yeah.
Well, and Free is such a free is such a there is really no such thing as free.
Yeah.
And I hate the word free because truth be told, nothing is free.
Excuse me.
Even the chance when you started this great adventure that we call life, you're just the lucky one out of a billion. You're the dumb one that went and wiggled into the right hole. It wasn't free.
Yeah.
You won the race.
Went to the edge. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the strong one that won. Why the hell did we get away from that? Why the
Right.
hell did we stop letting the strong ones win? Why we gotta let special people win?
Right. I agree.
Here's a big kicker for you guys. Check this out. The dumbing down. There was a guy I used to listen to all the time. May he rest in peace. His name was Ambrose Elaine Sr. And he was always talking about the dumbing down of society.
Oh yeah.
When you look at what we're going through right now, and there's countries in Europe that always talk about, they show where students come from European countries and they teach straight that you have to understand and show your work, like we used to do when we was kids, show your math work. A lot of countries do not utilize standardized testing. Standardized testing, if anybody doesn't know, you choose A, B, C, and D for your answers, and the answer's in your face. What they do when they take a test, they have to demonstrate it. If it's a engineering problem, they have to understand how to do the mathematics on it and show your work. So they know everything through practice and trial while they're in school as they're coming up. And in our society, excuse me, everything is based on standardized tests, multiple choice tests. Yeah. So then we go into that. So now we got into the standardized test and multiple choice. And now we have the advent of all this AI technology. People are now going to school, learn how to build programs, programming into an AI system. And now you're going to be losing your job because you're training AI systems how to do your job. So now when we're in society, we won't have pretty much all hands-on labor probably the next 50 years if we're going at the rate we're going. It's going to be like, what do you do?
We said the same thing when we did we went through the industrialization and modernization when we were kids, when we were in our teenage years.
We were teenagers. They were talking about bringing robots into the factory.
They were talking about bringing robots and modernization, and they were everything was being mass produced and everything was getting built faster, and people were getting out of their jobs. People were losing their jobs, and there was no more longevity. And I'm just thinking about it, and I'm thinking about the people that were in with T-Mobile that were there for 20 years, and in my industry for 20 years, and the other industries there for 20 years, and thinking about the song and dance that the capitalists or the winners let the losers say. And I'm sorry, in life there's winners and losers no matter how you look at it.
That's it.
The sad truth is, and you'll be a lot happier in life if you understand that there's winners and losers, and you're gonna be both. You're gonna win sometimes, you're gonna lose sometimes.
You're gonna lose.
And you can't be one without the other.
That's right.
Period.
Right.
They go hand in hand.
That's it.
But somehow along the line we've been being more fucking losers than winners, and we've let them get away with. I can't say what I want to say.
Well, if you think about it, when you have
what I want to say,
when you have people with money and power and influence, people as the average person, if take it from the lowest person is homeless to lower income to medium to low income, medium to high end scale, we have a fixation of giving people with money and power a godlike tendency that they can't do no wrong. You have to go off and, well, this is Mr. So and so and so. He's a great man in this. let's go ahead and give him free lunch because
that's true. You're right.
He's coming into our restaurant. You know, he's coming into our restaurant.
But I don't.
We do have a God complex when it comes to people like that.
I try not to look at, but I try not to. I don't look at things like that because I always want to be wealthy. So I don't look at. I don't because, and I know
that's the God complex I'm talking about.
But listen, what I'm saying. I said I always want to be wealthy because I'm not selfish and I like to help people and I like to do things for others. So I figure the more money I have, the more people I can help. Now I don't look at wealthy people or people that are up above the food chain as bad people because they worked hard and got where they got to, or if they were given it. I mean, if they were given it, it's not my fault. It's not their fault. They were given wealth. I want to be wealthy because I want to help people and I want to help my family. If I don't make it to that point, it is what it is. But I don't envy wealthy people or I hate wealthy people. I can't stand rich people because they're worshipped. I want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. And they might say the same to me. I can't stand him and they don't even know me. You don't know these people personally, but a lot of us hate these people that we don't even know. Even if the money was given to them, they still might not be assholes all the time. May not. I didn't say they weren't or
but
weren't.
You don't know how that person is when they're not in front of us in public. That's the other downside to it.
You're absolutely right.
Nobody is the same person.
You're right. I just don't have a problem with people with money because I want to have money.
Hey, the three of us are not the same pair of people sitting right here, right now, as we are with our kids sitting in the garage.
Exactly.
Because, no offense to you, G or Eric, I don't know you as well as I do my wife and my kids, and I'll say shit to them that I know they'll find funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But you may not find funny. You may go, you a stupid, dumb motherfucker. Oh, I don't know if I can say that.
But you know what? That point is what you both are saying are social constructs that helps develop you as a person. Okay. So social construct is that makes you is who's your family, or you're part of a religious organization, what type of schooling and social environments like economic environments do you come from that helps determine to make you who you are. Who are the people that you hang around and that are part of your inner circle or outside your circle?
Or the people you were around those when you were younger that influenced you.
Yeah, those social constructs help develop. Yeah. Because we could all hang around millionaires right now, and our state of mind, we would move differently if we followed those millionaires as we looked them up.
And
or we could live in the city.
And that's the reason why
I remember what I was going to say a while ago. Sorry, I got short train track. It was right on exactly what you was going to say.
Go ahead.
We hate them because we're scared to do what it takes to be them.
And I'm not. But
I'm not either. I'm not scared to do it anymore. I've lived my life and reached the measure of success that I wanted. I have one last goal to reach in my life, and then I will have reached everything.
Okay.
I will have checked every fucking box to meet every success, and that's pay my house off.
There you go.
I don't have any other bills. I've raised my kids. I got 4 grandkids.
The one thing I can say is for us men is that they say men don't become really super successful until they're in their late 40s, man, on up. So we're kind of in a good range. So it's not over. Whether you just want to pay your home off, Jess, or G, whatever your goal is, to be a professional gambler and move on and do some big things too.
I'd love to be a
professional It ain't over
gambler.
with.
I just don't have the patience.
Right. Hey, we all still.
It's a grind. It's a grind.
We can. Hey, the ending of all this story is that we can all make it. I'm not a quitter. I'm a go-getter, and I like to hang and surround myself around those types of people. So it rubs off. When you hang around people that are up, it tends to rub off on you. When you hang with people that are down, it tends to bring you down, and that's just real talk and reality. That's just the way it is. So I try my hardest to think.
Go ahead.
I try my hardest to think positive. I try my hardest to hang around people that talk about having things, being nice to others, doing things for not selfish son of a bitches, but motherfuckers that's doing shit, that's moving. I want to be in that same category because I want to be a mover and a shaker. I don't want to be sitting on my fucking ass doing, with no money. I want to be taking good care of my family, Jess. making sure my
Hey, Eric,
kids are okay.
you know, thing you got to do
You know,
to make sure. And if you go watch, I'm Uncle Jesse on YouTube. I'm Uncle Jesse on all social media. Retired Papa on a lot. And if you go watch my social media, you'll get to see two different main types of social media. You'll get to see the rage bait, so I can get you to stop and watch my stuff. But the main thing you get to watch, the main thing you'll get to watch is the stuff where I'm serious and where I'm telling you, hey, you want to be happier? You got to make yourself happier first.
there
You
you
can
go.
want to make, you can have all these lofty goals of wanting to do all these great things for everybody else. But if you don't focus on you first, if you don't step up and look at you as a person within yourself and look at that stick and that 2x4 that's coming out of your own eye, and if you don't take care of your own temple and tend to your own, you can't help nobody else.
There you go. Hey,
You got
Jesse.
to keep yourself happy first. And
Hey,
you always
Jesse.
got to smile.
Tell them. I want you to tell, before we get off of here, I want you to tell everybody where you can be found at on social media so they can find you.
So I can be found on TikTok. I can be found on Clapper. I can be found on YouTube, Scoops, X, Rainbow. Yeah, I'm a prostitute, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
That's cool, man.
I'm cheap and I'm free. If
Hey.
it's out there and I can be on, look, I'm retired, I'm broken, I got nothing else to do, I'm bored. I get up in the morning, I try to make a video before I go live in the morning, then I go live and I want to spend a couple hours on TikTok, then a couple hours on Clapper, and then I go spend a couple hours on Xbox if I'm feeling good enough. Sometimes I just go spend the rest of the day in bed, depends on what kind of day I'm having. But I
Okay.
go try to spend hours on Xbox. But the biggest thing I try to do every day is remind people to smile. They don't
Smile.
know what you know.
Smile. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, Jesse, man. I really appreciate you coming on this evening and giving us some of your time. And of course, Mr. G, you always welcome. You know that. I appreciate you coming on too, my brother. You made it happen, whether it's in the car or in your studio. You made it happen, brother. I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you a story. I knew a cat when I lived in New Hampshire, right? And I lived in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. There was a guy that I worked with named Jesse, and he was from Alaska. And I tell you one daggone thing about men from Alaska, don't mess with them. That's a different bear that you don't want to get in the rumble with. Working at the gas station one night late. And I'm for real, people. If you know somebody from Alaska and they lived off the grid, give them their respect because they don't play.
My college roommate was from Alaska.
Yeah, they don't play. Those some rugged people. They don't play. I was working at the gas station late one night. Cat came in there and decided he wanted to rob the daggone gas station. So I came back in, me and his truck driver came back in. Jesse had the guy on the floor holding him down. The guy was screaming to him, "Get this guy off me, man, get this guy off me." Jesse's like, "Nah, you stay right there, the police are coming." What happened was the guy decided to rob the store, pulled the gun out on Jesse. Jesse takes the whole cash register drawer out and throws it in his face and jumps over the counter and beats the crap of him and had him down on the ground screaming and hollering. And I'm like, one thing I learned from that part right there, anybody that's named Jesse from Alaska or anybody from Alaska, period, don't mess with them people. Give them. And they will, and people from Alaska that live up there, they will walk around out here in Indianapolis when we call it minus 10 or 15 below. They walk around with a t-shirt on like it ain't nothing. So,
I was going to ask, G, where you from, man? Where you live at?
Well, I appreciate everybody coming in.
Here in the city, Indy.
Oh, you in Indy too?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm in Indy too. Yeah.
My oldest graduated from Plainfield. We left there in 2000. We've been here for 14, 15 years now in Texas. Yeah, my oldest graduated from Plainfield, just outside Indianapolis.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I spent 9 years up there. I loved Indianapolis. Matter of fact, I built the in-building system for the Rolls-Royce plant downtown Indianapolis. Most people don't know that Rolls-Royce has 4 buildings downtown Indianapolis, 4 of the largest buildings downtown Indianapolis, and built the biggest engines in the world downtown Indianapolis. And these are super engines that y'all don't even know nothing about. They're super secret.
Yeah, I know they.
And you know they're there.
I know they built them helicopter. They built those helicopter engines over there at Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. There's another building. There's a fourth building. There's 3 buildings most people know about. There's a 4th building that a lot of people don't know about. I only know about it because we built the in-building system in there that we weren't allowed to take pictures. We weren't allowed to do any drawings. We designed the building basically on a napkin with AT&T, and the Rolls-Royce people said, "This is what you're going to agree to build. Build it." We didn't get to keep any. We didn't get to take no pictures, no blueprints. All the materials were bought and delivered to the plant, and nothing left the plant. Period.
Yeah.
All right.
But
hey, I'm gonna say one more thing.
They build some fancy shit in that place that you wouldn't believe in there. But yeah, go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing about going back to the scientists. People, always look up. If you get outside the city, away from the lights, look up in the sky and take a look around at the universe. It's a big place.
I always say
and
that.
If anybody in any organization or somebody like that tell you there's no probability that we're the only ones out here, you cuss them out and walk off, because there's no way that we're the only one in this big, beautiful galaxy throughout this universe, that we're the only ones. And I've seen some stuff that I told Lifestyles about that I saw when I was younger. But there's no way that we're alone in this big universe. And last thing, we, as far as technology is concerned, from my perspective, what you was talking about, E, from the church's point of view, when they trying to kill that brother, we as a civilization on a global scale, we're probably at least anywhere from 300 to maybe 800 years behind in technology. Because from my perspective, because of people's sometimes religious beliefs or social beliefs, that when there were people who were discovering new elements and discovering new forms of energy 200 or 300 years ago in different ways to move things, they were impeded or blocked or said they were insane and forced to capitulate into a different direction in order to survive.
All right.
So
cut it.
Look outside the box.
Cut it.
Look outside the box. All I gotta say.
Cut it. Nikola Tesla. That's a prime example.
Right
yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
That's a prime example. That's it. Yeah.
So anyway, I appreciate everybody
peace.
coming in tonight. Thanks for coming in. G, you almost had the last word, but you didn't. It's my show.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.
I appreciate everybody coming in. Jesse, thanks again, man, for coming in.
Thank you, man.
Nice meeting you, Jesse.
Nice meeting you too, guys. Pleasure's all
make
mine.
sure you subscribe to Lifestyles with Eric, and I'll see you guys again soon. Jesse, we'll see you again soon, man. You let us know when you get some time. We'll have you on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, brother. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Peace.